It really completely struck my mind. Yesterday, I have a conversation with top supplier of Fortune 500 companies, and the CEO asked me to take a look on their marketing team, the social media team, just to have a feel that they keep progressing in the correct way of doing things. Here's the thing. When you want to do something new, and you tend to figure it out, regardless of whatever the things that you want to do, you will like to plan. Am I right? Plans is a must. People say that if you fail to plan, that means you fail to succeed. You fail at the first starting point. And why is that? It's because if you don't know what the things that you want to do, then how you want to achieve your goals in your life. Similarly, yesterday, when I have this conversation with their team, I found out that they didn't realize what their objective is. They know the KPI is to make 10,000 sales. They know the KPI just to have profit through social media. But eventually they didn't know what's the root key that actually the major things that will shift the needle, will actually move all the things that the things going to make sales, but actually they didn't realize about that. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Based on my conversation yesterday, I feel that a lot of people keep procrastinating about things. And a lot of people think that social media is so easy. They think that whenever they want to do social media, it's just make a videos and they'll just make a sales. But eventually it's not. It's more than that. So when you want to develop your own business in social media, you need to realize this one important aspect. The backbone of your structures, the backbone of your business. You need to figure out what is the backbone. How the customer wants to pay you, how the customer wants to interact with you, how you want to deliver the products. Then you think about the ads, then you think about the content, then you think about how to approach the customers. Similarly, if you want to feel confidence in front of the cameras, then you need to know who you are talking to, why you are talking to, and what is the intention of you having to do such things. The intention is very important, and once you know the intention, then only you realize that the things that you need to do in order for you to achieve those goals. And I just opened their mind yesterday. I just tell the truth. If you want to have success on social media, if you want to have success in personal branding, to actually promote their content, to actually promote their brand, to actually promote their product, then they need to figure out the backbones. This is actually the things that most people neglect this. And I'm afraid to say that this is the truth. Whenever you want to start something, you need to figure out what type of business that you are in. And don't think about the content at first. Just think about what type of business. What do you really want to achieve and how you want to get across to them. Once you realize that and you develop your own structure, the backbone structures, the payment system, the payment mechanism, how people can get your product, then you make content. Then you can make a lot of content around it. Because eventually that, if you keep making content first without realizing that you need to figure out the back end, often or not, there will come a time where you don't have time to figure it out and then you need to sort all of those things manually. And this will actually hinder your growth, especially when you want to develop a personal brand at the first stage. Now, those companies have existed more than 10 years, but they just do B2B, business to business. And this is the first time they want to venture to B2C. They want to have the market share that they ever dream of. Is it really possible to do that? Yes, it does. And content is the key. But before the content, you need to figure out what type of businesses, right? How you want to do those business. And eventually, when I open their minds, they realize that it's more complicated than ever. But the thing is that I share some light with them. I share that actually the backbone is quite simple. You just need to figure it out, what type of process that you want to implement, whether you want to customers for having a product need to pay via Google Pay, Apple Pay, credit cards, bank transfer, and etc. Then you can focus on your content. And before that, you need to focus on your landing page, because eventually when people resonate with your contents, people know that they want to get in touch with you, and people will want to have another touch point after your content. And usually, most people will say that you just make one-to-one consultation. But for B2C, in a vast majority, that you have a lot of product you want to sell, one-to-one consultation is not quite feasible at this point of time. So you need to think outside the box. You need to create a landing page or a certain type of community that they can get into it and just feel more about the product itself. And then once they met the commitments, because you already had spelled out on their content, all the things that you want to spell out about the product features, all are part of your content strategy. Now they're landing into your landing page. The landing page is just to reinforce whatever the things that they have looked into the contents, and then they will look into back into the landing page, and after that they will make the decision whether they want to buy or not. That's just the things. Now, yesterday I just told them that you need to figure out how to ensure that you will not reach a bottleneck at the point of time. It means that if you have thousands of subscribers, thousands of viewers that actually want to convert into paying customers, it needs to be automatic. It needs to be systematic. It needs to be as quite seamless as possible, because this will actually remove all the frictions, and with less frictions, people will tend to buy more. And this actually opened up their mind. They need to focus on the back end first before they start into the content, because once you fully optimize your back end strategy, your landing page, then you make content from it, right? You can make a lot of content. You can actually venture into ads if you want to. But before that, just focus on the back end, focus on the structures, payment structure, how to capture their testimonial after that, how to ensure that the product been delivered successfully. After that, you figure out the content, because the content is actually quite easy to do. It's actually just to record the videos. You can make a lot of videos about your product, about your services, and then just double up on that. Because when you make a content at first, you will not try to experience the customer's experience. So you need to experience what the customer will have. And eventually you know that the things that actually move the needle is actually the back end. Now, once you complete all those kind of things, then you can focus your intention to the content strategy. So the content strategy is quite simple. You need to have a long form and you need to have a short form. And the short form quantity need to be bigger than the long form content. Long form just to install the trust, while the short form is to actually gain some awareness. Just to let people know that you exist. Just to let you know that this product actually can help them to solve their problem. Actually can help them to achieve their desires. That kind of thing. And then when they click into your short form and then go into your long form, they will actually be more vested on you. This will actually increase your credibility and will increase your trust. And once they trust you more, they will tend to just reinforce that through the landing page, and after that will subsequently make the payment and go close the deals. It's just simple as that. Now, in order for you to make a successful content, then you need to speak like a boss. You need to feel confidence whenever you talk. You need to feel that you can resonate with them. You need to feel that you can relate to them, to whatever the thing that they have desires, their problem is. You are there to actually solve that particular situations that they're currently facing. Now, when it's come to that, people have often said to me, Farace, I have a lot of problems. I don't know how to talk to the cameras. I don't know what kind of content actually resonates with my audience. Well, here's the key. If you just keep making a lot of content, then you'll know. You get sufficient data, you can analyze and double down on what works. As simple as that. I give you this source is actually quite remarkable, because they need to pay me, but I just give you for free. But I don't care about it, because eventually you often come to realize that all the information that you have, all the knowledge that you're actually having right now is from God itself. So when God gives you something for free, then you need to give others for free too. It's just that money will come to the pictures when you help them to achieve their desires, when you help them to achieve their problem solving from their challenges. So you need to figure out how to do that after that. But eventually, after your backbone, your first touching point, which is your landing page or community page, whatever it is, and then your short form just to venture into awareness, and then finally your long form to install the trust and credibility. And I really hope that you can succeed on the business and speak like a boss and build up your own personal brand to become some magnetic in a way that people will just listen to whatever the things that you want to say. Stay tuned.